I don't want an Empire biscuit, I want a snowball. Well, Russell Martin has wanted 3 points, but he's going to have to settle for a win in the Cup and a place at Hampden instead. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's finished at Ibrox. Rangers 2, Hibernian 0. We gave this game a lot of hype, a lot of build, was praising it, thought we could get a good game of football, and it didn't really turn out to be that way. But it's an important win for Rangers, an important win for Russell Martin. I don't want to say a disappointing performance for Hibernian. I expected more. Not the greatest game in the world, but here Rangers are through. There's one more team going to book their spot tomorrow in the last 4. You've got Motherwell, St Mirren, Rangers, and I'm hoping that tomorrow they'll be joined by Mark Wilson's Partick Thistle.
Not Hearts then, no, he's no in it.
Well, no, I mean, I'll let a Diddy team. I mean, we've got to share out the trophies. We're not greedy. See, I'm not interested in Hearts winning quadruple trebles. That's just fucking selfish. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
That's good. That's good that you have a wee choice in
One wee league win at the end of the season will be alright for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain with a wee league win, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. But I got a League Cup win.
Tell you what,
and that's all that matters.
I'll take Hearts winning the league and I'll give Rangers the 2 cups for you. How about that?
I'd take that fucking right now. I tell you what, see if you wouldn't take that as a Rangers fan, I don't know.
Winning 2 cups and Celtic not winning the league, that's about fucking the best.
Because the league's gone.
Yeah, that's the best scenario you could possibly hope for.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hibernian were hoping for
get that in writing? Is that?
Hibernian were hoping for a scenario that they could book their place at Hampden, but it didn't happen. So, goals for NICO Raskin and Bojan Miovski gave Rangers the 2-0 win. Both goals coming just at the end of the first half. I feel like both goals were a sucker punch to Hibernian because up until that point, Hibernian looked the more dangerous team, more threatening team more likely to score. In fact, they already had the ball in the back of the net. And I got to be honest, up until Raskin scored, we hadn't seen a lot for Rangers. And when they did get forward, it was the usual pass around the edge of the box and then play it back to John Souttar. Now, fuck Sam looked decent at parts. He had nice wee flicks, touches and spins, but he would always get round one man and then do nothing with it. I thought he looked skillful, right? And you can see that he's a good player, but his end product today wasn't great.
Yeah, but it's all been coached out of them by this fraud, Russell Martin. You know, he doesn't get away without criticism today because this performance for 40 minutes was just as bad as it's been. And I'm not going to kid anyone on and pretend the overall performance was good. I mean, he's coming at me. Come on. You watched it, right? Neutral here, even though you hate Hibs, right? Fucking...
Yeah, but I mean, I've got a soft spot for Sir Davy Gray, so...
Well, how about this for a soft spot? Were Rangers good today? Yes or no question?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was getting hugs from the chairman.
Are you trying to be Russell Martin or Ange?
I know it didn't really work there. I almost turned into Phil Mitchell. Which, by the way, Fog Entertainment, 10 reasons why Phil Mitchell is the greatest TV soap character of all time. Just putting that out there.
Can't wait to see how many views that video gets.
It's Phil on the thumbnail. No, I said, do you not think Phil Mitchell in the UK, right, is a fucking household name?
Of course.
Name me a household that wouldn't know who Phil Mitchell is.
No, you're right. Like
this guy got shot and they postponed Liverpool versus Barcelona all those years ago in the Champions League because they needed to find out who'd done it. He's the most... Phil Mitchell is like top 5 most iconic characters in the history of the world, I'm telling you.
Right, I know you love Phil Mitchell, but do you love Russell Martin?
You want to play games? I'm playing with you. Right, I want to fucking win leagues and trophies, but yeah, point is, I don't think it was that good. But I don't care, because we won, and Hibs are falling apart. Hibs' season is falling apart. It looked alright. Oh, decent wee performances in Europe. But guess what? What did it get them? Hee-haw. Right? Where are they sitting in the league? Alright, they're still sitting above Rangers in the league.
Unbeaten in the league.
Where are they going to finish in the league, though?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people have praised Hibs, and look, I think they have started the season pretty well. I think they've played some good football. But at the end of the day, they didn't qualify for Europe. They're now knocked out the Cup. And they've played 4 games in the league and only won 1. Now I get it, they're unbeaten, but they're putting in decent performances and not getting the results. No, let's be honest. Based on that first half performance, I think there was only one team that deserved a 2-goal lead at half time.
Hibs.
It wasn't the Rangers.
Yep, so we'll get into it. Right. Notes. Here we go. Starting 11. I have no real complaints with either or team. Anyone? Liam Kelly did the media duties, so I thought he'd start, but he didn't. I thought Mikey Moore should be nowhere near that team.
Mikey Moore's shite. I'd just cancel that loan straight away. Especially if there's some obligation to play him. That could cost Russell Martin his job.
Yep. No, it could. But damn right. And he's not the only one though, because it looked like Max Aaron's looked like he had some form of obligation to start playing games, but
I just think that, I look at all the wide players that Rangers have got, and Moore is the worst by far.
Yeah. Here, he got an assist today, but that doesn't paint the full picture, does it, folks? Anyway, NICO Raskin thought he took control of the game early on, but pretty much immediately, obviously the protest before the game, you had the Sharks, you had bouncy balls during the game. What did you make of the protest? You didn't agree with them. You said we need to give Martin time.
I think they're being way too harsh here. The guy's only in the job about the football season's only started like 2 months.
So you've not asked him to get sacked then at any point in this season? We've got the receipts, like.
I'm surprised it's been bad, but you know what? I think they should just get behind him and back him.
Why?
He's a good guy.
What's that mean?
What?
That's the opinion of a guy that wants Martin to stay so his team can finish second.
Maybe. No, but in football, where we criticise, we call for people's heads too early. We do.
No, this ain't too early.
Across the board.
This guy needed to go after the Dundee game.
That was like the second league game.
Aye, it was 4 points dropped.
No, come on.
So you don't right? We are 11th in the league.
I don't
Could be 12th.
I don't like to see anybody lose their job.
Nah, you're just being fucking shite. No, see that narrative, man. Oh, Russell Martin walks away with millions if he gets fired from his job. No one's going cold, right? The heating will remain on.
See if I go into work tomorrow night and I put in a below par performance, do I deserve to lose my job?
If you did it over a series of months, yes.
Fair enough.
But, right, Boy in behind, passes to Boyle. Should he have went himself?
I think so. Bowie takes it around Butland. I get it, he's facing away for goal, but I just think that at least if Bowie takes the shot straight away, there's no Rangers players back. So Bowie's got a clear shot at goal. It's just the angle's difficult. I totally get that. But by the time he passes it to Boyle, Boyle's further away, and then you have more Rangers players back, and he's not got he's got a slightly better angle, I guess, but the pathway is blocked to the goal. I just think this is strange. I wasn't expecting it for Bowie. I think a clinical finisher would take this opportunity here, wouldn't
It's
he?
almost like he thought the angle was tighter than what it was.
I think if this is Miofsky, there's no way he's laying it off for someone.
No, he'll need to learn, but thankfully for Rangers, he didn't learn here.
Yeah, Boyle blasted it over. Well, I say blasted. It went over. Marginally
Boyle
went
should
over.
do better as well.
And he was I think he was claiming for a corner. It didn't look like it hit anybody.
No,
For me, but here.
No, it didn't. Definitely not. But then he scored, Martin Boyle, handball. Any complaints on this one?
Well, originally couldn't really see anything, I guess, because the camera angle we've got, and the commentators did acknowledge it was a great touch from Martin Boyle, and then after about 5 minutes later, we kind of see why it was such a great touch, because it actually...
But see to me, right, I'm not, I'd have been fucking fuming afterwards, right, especially seeing the replay.
Yeah.
I see if VAR dismissed this within a couple of seconds, I would have almost accepted it, because no one thought anything. To me, if Farr made a mistake here and just went over this quickly without realising, this is where I can accept it to a degree.
Yeah, but what I would say is, it didn't even look like he initiated the contact. It looked like the ball just did bounce off his arm. But it's helped him control it, and he's went straight through and scored, just like Callum McGregor did against St Mirren. And I think the reason why the Shankland one against Rangers was allowed is because Shankland didn't score directly from that. And I'm pretty sure that is in the rules. Now, we'll have to wait and see what they say.
Ewan Cameron's issued apologies.
Well, I don't really care what Ewan Cameron's got to say, because he can, he changes his opinion like he changes fucking his allegiances between Rangers and Hearts, so that doesn't really bother me. But I think I'm pretty sure it does say in the rules that handballs, like you can't you can't score directly from a handball, but I think handballs are allowed to a certain degree if you don't score directly from them.
Yeah, either or, it was a good finish for Boyle, but it doesn't count, and I was glad it didn't count, folks, because it would have been pretty pish. Anyway, Grant Hanley after this batters...
So also, you can't score for a handball.
No, you can't.
But someone can handball it accidentally, and it knocks down for another player. Do you not remember the one Rangers scored against Hearts? I think it was at Dessers or Roof. I think it was the 5-0 game. The Rangers not beat Hearts 5-0.
Aye.
And like I think it was either Dessers or Roof in the 6-yard box, and he handled it.
Aye, no, yes.
And then he tried to take a shot, and his shot was blocked, and then it fell to someone else, and they tapped it in.
Yeah.
But if Dessers had scored that, they would have deemed that goal not allowed or whatever. But because it wasn't him that scored it directly.
No, totally, but we'll move
But
on.
I know.
I think the handball rule needs rewritten, no.
But I know for a fact you cannot score from a handball, even if it's like the most accidental handball of all time. You cannot directly score from an accidental handball, but you can accidentally handball it, and it knocks it down into a different player's path, and they can tap it in.
Yeah. Which again, it's a bit flawed, that though, isn't it?
I mean, I guess so, but
You know, but it's like Grant Hanley could accidentally handball it to himself, and he's shy at shooting, right? And he could balloon it, or he could accidentally, handball it down to like a Lewis Ferguson for Scotland, to a Scott McTominay.
let's hope he starts doing that then, eh?
Let's hope he starts doing it, but he battered Gazama, or Gazam. I just prefer Gazma.
It looks like Gassama, doesn't it? I mean, I know he says he doesn't want to be called that, and he wants to be called Gassam, but...
Does he actually say that, though?
Well, I mean, that's what I've heard a lot of fans have come out and say that he's, in an interview, he asked to be called Gassam, not Gassama.
Alright, Gasman.
But it looks like Gassama.
But yeah, Hanley,
I mean, it's got an A at the end of it. How can it not be
Hanley
Gassama?
went on the warpath, but then Raskin for this corner.
And by the way,
1-0.
let's not address all the incidents, right? Because that would be too many. But let's just, in general, how many fouls were given against goalkeepers in this game for absolutely nothing? I mean, for absolutely nothing. I don't think there was one legitimate foul on a goalkeeper in this game. But both ends of the pitch, the ref gave multiple. It's like the goalkeeper has already got enough advantage over every other player in his box with the fact that he can use his hands, he can grab the ball, he can make himself effectively using his hands like 2 feet taller than everyone else. What more of an advantage do you need to get? See, you'll see players like jump for the ball in the middle of the pitch, nothing happens. But then a player maybe just stands next to a goalkeeper, and if the goalkeeper looks a little bit flustered, or if the goalkeeper doesn't, grab it and it doesn't look 100% comfortable, the referee will blow for the whistle.
No, but
it's like
what pisses me off about these though, right?
The Miovski one was the worst.
Yes, because there was nothing in. But you see, if the impedance that bad, VAR would disallowed it. Right, they would disallow it. So why the fuck do the referees feel the need to just give it?
But I think the only reason the referee gave that foul against Miovski on Salinger is because Salinger made a mess of it and he punched it. He came out and double barrel punched it when he could have just easily caught it.
Yeah.
But I don't think why I think he done that was because the last touch came off a Hibernian player on their foot. They actually kicked it, and I'm not 100% sure what the rules are in terms of pass backs, but I think maybe he was confused and possibly didn't feel comfortable grabbing it. So he comes out and just a double punch, Superman punch, and the referee gives him a free kick, and Miovski was just standing there, didn't even touch him.
Embarrassing, but Raskin made it 1-0 with a header. Guy's good with his heading ability.
Good delivery for Tavernier.
Can't complain it, guy. Can't complain about it, man. Great finish, great goal. NICO
Defending wasn't great.
Oh, that's what you can complain about from a Hibs perspective. And Rangers not long after this made it 2-0. In between was a Boyle header that he should be scoring, but he didn't. Raskin finds Mikey Moore. He slots it to Miovski. 2-0. Half time. The second half was brutal.
There was another chance Hibs had in the first half with Caden coming forward, and I don't know why he didn't play Boyle in straight away. But he waited. And then by the time he did try and play him through, it was like 3 Rangers players back.
Nicky Cadden. But yeah, he should have played it.
Was it Nicky or Chris?
Nicky, it was in Cadden, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Second half, right. What's there to say? Gazam rattled the bar.
Good shot.
Hanley cleared Miovski's shot off the line. Miovski scored an offside goal.
Good defending for Grant Hanley getting back there. And
I mean, Boy had a shot that was blocked.
I know you don't really rate the guy, but I think he'll be a good signing for Hibs. I like to see Hanley back in Scotland. I think it's good for Scottish football, having the likes of Hanley and Armstrong. I know we've maybe bashed them at times in the national level, but they improved our game.
Well, they do.
They're good players.
Sure, Armstrong was shite today, but
I think maybe their days of starting for Scotland may be over, but I do think they've got a lot to offer at club level in Scotland.
I would agree with that. Right, subs were made. Ant-Man and Shermiti came on. I mean, Hibs huffed and puffed that, but I felt the game was always a bit dead at 2-0, man. It was just chance. Shermiti one-on-one with the goalie just needs to be scoring this.
Well, Hibs were really poor in the second half. I can't really even recall one good opportunity.
What about Shermiti's chance, though? 8 million. He needs to be scoring.
Clean through. Never really. I mean, any good player should score it, but I just didn't really have any faith that he'd bang it in, to be fair. Although keeper saves, maybe give Salinger some credit.
Yes, but this is the opportunity where you shouldn't be giving the goalkeeper any opportunity to save it, man. It needs to be flying into the back of the net. This is what happens when you've got an £8 million price tag on your head. When you're the second most expensive signing ever, you need to be scoring this.
Well, I mean, you can say it's one thing him not scoring these chances, but he's not even starting. I think that's a bigger tell. 8 million, rising to 10, and he's behind Miovski in the pecking order. Not that I disagree with it.
No, yeah.
But if you're paying that amount of money, then I think you should be starting games.
Damn right. And then Ant-Man did a wee solo run, almost scored. And that was it, folks. There was also a protest during the second half with banners being revealed, basically saying about Patrick Stewart, get out, all that good stuff. I mean, there was sharks before the game, like we've mentioned. Again, I agree with the protests. I mean, no one can be naive enough to think this 2-0 win against Hibs is going to release any form of pressure off Martin. Because, it releases a bit of pressure off him, but at the end of the day, Rangers still 11th in the league. Right? That's the big blow here. Right? Dundee won the day. Rangers could literally be last in the league next time they play a league game.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about that. Dundee winning and Rangers moved down to 11th spot. That is the only
and you don't think he's worthy of getting the sack then?
Only team below Rangers in the league are Aberdeen, and they are the worst team in Scotland.
It's good.
I'd argue they're the worst team in the pyramid.
It's good to know that Rangers can only finish as low as 11th. That does give me saving.
Yeah, I'd fancy your chances of winning the playoff game for sure.
Aye.
I've called out Aberdeen for being shite for a long time now. Peter said I was better. Wasn't he better? I was right about everything. Said Ange would win the league after 2 games. And I said Aberdeen are shite, and guess what? They are shite.
You said Russell Martin would win the league without playing a game. You going to take that back, or are you still backing him?
Fuck it! Martin, I think Rangers will win the league. There you go, boom.
Right, what do you want then? St Mirren, Motherwell, Rangers, Partick. Who do you want? What games do you want?
I want... I wouldn't... I think a St Mirren Motherwell final would be pretty good. I'd take that.
Fair enough. Do you think warm balls, cold balls tomorrow? Only if Partick go out?
I don't know.
Any chance? Can Mark Wilson produce some magic? Actually, hold on. There's no... I think we should check if Faber beaten. I know he refereed that Aberdeen Motherwell game today.
What would you rather? Would you rather get Celtic in the semis, or would you rather...
I want them. I want the Heat. As long as Faber beaten ain't refereeing. Because he's no longer brother. I don't think he ever was.
He's been Fowler for a long time.
Aye.
Especially after Sunday there.
Aye.
Where everyone is unanimously agreeing
that Steve Cowan, but...
well, Steve Cowan's a fud, so I mean, no one really cares about his opinion. He thinks every handball in the box should be a penalty. Like, how can people not... Oh, it was going in. It was literally going away from goal. I mean, it was heading out in the direction of a throw-in. How is that going in? But yeah, I'm not going to rant and rave about that. All I do know is Hearts should be sitting top of the table, but we're not.
Right, we've spent a lot of time talking about Rangers in this review, so let's turn it to Hibs.
Yeah, we'll talk about... Oh, before we do that though, guys, if you want to see player ratings, then leave a super chat. That's the stipulation. If we get 1 super chat, when we'll do player ratings...
Aye, 1 super chat, guys, in that wee live chat. Click the $sign, bang! Make Fog Football's day and we'll do player ratings.
Or even a super thanks, something along those lines.
Any money.
Yep,
will be there. But right, to Hibs, I think it's a massive missed opportunity for Hibs. They don't win trophies. They're against Rangers, who are at rock bottom. And for 40 minutes they looked alright. But it's almost like the goal that got disallowed just knocked the stuffing out of Hibs.
I agree. I think Hibs were I'd say Hibs were pretty good for the first 40 minutes, and then I think after that they were terrible.
Put it this way, right?
And
if the Boyle goal stands, Hibs win the game.
I think they win it comfortably.
Yeah.
But in the end, to be fair, Rangers kind of won it comfortably.
Yeah. No.
I do think Rangers look more likely to get a third than Hibs did to get back into the game. But yeah.
I think it's quite similar to the Hearts game, right? Hearts were better. Hearts were much better than what Hibs were. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like if the
That was 1-1.
Yes, or if the Shankland goal never stands, we don't know what happens. And that's why decisions do change football games, but I'm not here to play sour grapes. I think Hibs fans will be pretty pissed off, and it would have been another good opportunity for them to win at Ibrox. It would have been 2 in a row. They're falling apart. Rangers become the third team, and we've got one more cup game to go. And who do you think it'll be?
Well, you mentioned I think it'll be Celtic, but I'm hoping it's Partick Thistle. You mentioned about a good chance for Hibs to win a cup. Do you think it's too easy for the teams that finish in the top 5 to just get to Hampden now via the Premier Sports Cup? I mean, you're 2 wins away.
Oh, it's a bit shite, isn't it?
For Hampden. I mean, Rangers are at Hampden for what? For beating Alloa. And Hibs at home.
Yeah, I almost feel like the semi-finals should just be whoever gets drawn at home.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that. I think the Scottish Cup's different.
Yeah.
Because the Scottish Cup
would make them feel a bit different.
Yeah, because the Scottish Cup is, you've got how many teams enter the Scottish Cup? We're talking hundreds.
Yeah, it's much more prestigious as well.
We're talking hundreds. I'm just not sure that this Premier Sports Cup, where it's only the 42 teams in the pyramid that enter, and then the top 5 teams that include Celtic and Rangers, and well, not if the league ended right now, but normally includes Celtic and Rangers, and the other teams you expect to get to the final. Do you not think it does seem like too easy to get to Hampden in this Premier Sports Cup?
Yeah.
Especially with how early in the season it is as well. You're literally getting to Hampden, end of October? Start of November? When will the semi-final be? Is it end of October?
I think it's the start of November.
It just seems like too early though to get to the National Stadium.
No, it does definitely, but Hibs won't be there. Rangers will be there, and I'm a happy man.
Well, that's it. Really, you're happy.
I forgot what winning feels like, man.
Aye, so you're happy. Davy Gray's not happy. Russell Martin is happy. I noticed after the match they tried to get Raskin to open up on what happened. I think that's
But see, it's funny though. They say. Basically, they're talking about Martin. It's like, he doesn't want you speaking on these things, but we're going to ask you anyway.
Yeah, but here, back to the whole Jim White fan media bullshit. I think that's something that Jim White would call out if that was a fan asking that question. It's like, oh look, they're trying to ask personal things. That they're trying to create a wedge between Raskin and Russell Martin. But that was a actual Premier Sports, I believe, wasn't it? A broadcaster.
It was. No, what they're doing is trying to get Raskin to essentially reveal some, the secrets about what happened.
I think Raskin handled that very well.
He said it's in the past. We'll move on. That's
it is. I mean, he's just back in the team and he's scored. What's he want? What did they want Raskin to do? He kept me at the team for a month because he's a dick.
I mean, as funny as it would be,
and then Raskin goes back to training on his own and
then he repeats the same conversation a month later. It just doesn't work.
I thought Raskin handled that pretty well.
He did. No, he did. Anyway, Rangers 2, Hibs 0. One more cup game to go. And we draw as well tomorrow.
Won the Partick, come on. Won the Thistle.
Glasgow Derby tomorrow.
Alright, looking forward to it. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to end it, guys. If you want the player ratings, then give us a wee super chat and we'll be back with fan reaction and maybe an update. Jimmy Thielen sacked, maybe. I don't know. Is he sacked yet? Is he?
No, he's not.
Well, he's not, but here he might be tomorrow morning, Monday morning. Who knows? Could release a statement. Also, guys, FC 26 content. It is looking like Falkirk will be our team going forward, and I am looking forward to the challenge. 1-star Falkirk. Pretty much no money in the bank for transfers. Can we have a successful season, a successful career? I hope so. Make sure you guys check that out. We're also going to have exclusive FC26 content on the memberships, and you guys are going to want to see it. It involves both members of the old firm, it involves co-op, and it's going to be absolutely great. So we're looking forward to that. If you got, some people even called for some Madden NFL franchise mode. You want the Rangers in American football, you want to see the 49ers representing Glasgow, then here, check out the channel membership, because we're bringing you Madden brand new 26 NFL franchise mode with the 49ers. We're going to try and get Brock Purdy. We're going to try and get George Kittle to the Super Bowl. All I've heard is certain fans come out and say, oh, the 49ers haven't won shit in years. They haven't been successful in years. They haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s. I will guess what? See on Fog Football, they're going to be winning Super Bowls every single year. How about that? How about those apples? Anything left to say?
We're into the hat for the next round. That's all that matters. But I'm looking forward to all that shite you just mentioned, though.
Aye. Shite, as he called it. Anyway, that's it. Till next time. Peace.